It may be best if we begin by looking at the situation of the average corporate employee within the current context. Um, Most corporate employees are under pressure right now. They have to come up with solutions to the various problems that they are being faced with, and these are not problems which have been run of the mill all these many years. So, new thinking is required, and this new thinking has to be done fast. At the operational level, our companies are competing on price, which means that productivity has to go up while quality standards are still maintained. Now, this means that you have got to work harder, sometimes for longer hours, and you have to maintain your concentration in order to ensure that quality does not drop. Now, whether you are working in IT or whether you are working on a sewing machine in a garment factory, this kind of a context puts pressure on you. The outcome is you feel stressed out at the end of the day. You feel tired. And this eats into your social life, and it impacts on the nexus of human relationships within which you live. So, if you are engaged in corporate strategy, you are going to find yourself getting withdrawn, having to think more and more about what you do to push the ship forward. And you are going to have to pay more and more attention to the direction in which you are going to have to guide this operation. And you will find that having to put extra time into these tasks does take away from your social involvements, does impact on your human relationships, and in fact has an impact on the quality of your life. So, whether you are involved in management or whether you are involved at the operational level, you are under pressure. You have been under pressure for many months now. Human resource managers right across the board are beginning to notice this, but they are also under pressure, and they have not had the time to address this issue. And remember, this is something new. This is not something that you can deal with the annual company picnic. This is not something that can be dealt with by taking the management team out on one of these outward bound adventure tours. This is something that is far more systemic. This is something that seems to be there to stay for a while. And so this is something that has to be tackled in a different way. It cannot be tackled by an ad hoc series of events which you purchase from various vendors. It has to be addressed by a carefully designed, ongoing process that engages the internal processes of your organization itself. Of course, it goes without my having to emphasize it that a process like this has got to be engineered by people who know exactly what they are doing. And it has to be engineered in order to suit the requirements of your particular organization. There is no one size fits all. So let us look at the elements of this process. The most important element is going to be something that engages the most serious area of impact of stress, and that area of impact which is most vulnerable to stress is the human body. You may be in a very comfortable environment, you may be a manager right up the corporate ladder, but just sitting in your chair and working on your computer exerts a toll on your body. And when you are seated at your desk working on your computer with your mind engaged on some issue that demands your concentration, you are not aware of what you are doing with your body. So you may be seated in a way that appears comfortable to you. Of course, it is comfortable in terms of getting the job done. But it may not be the best position for your body, and it may be taking a toll on your physique. The situation is the same as we go right down to the production line. We have the human body exposed to stress for long periods of time, and the impact of the stress has got to be removed. This impact can be of various types. There could be a physical impact where muscles are held in a particular position for long periods of time, leading to stiffness, loss of sensation. Working in positions of restraint, positions that you have to maintain in order to get the job done properly, and doing that over long periods of time, couple of hours, can also have an impact on your physiology.